You clicked this video for a reason. Let me guess. You're hustling, grinding, doing all the things, and yet life feels like running on a treadmill. Lots of effort, zero progress. Sound familiar? Now, here's the truth bomb you might not want to hear. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. And no, that's not just a LinkedIn buzzword. Stick with me. This gets good. Chapter 2. Your brain is sabotaging you. Here's a fun fact. Your brain is lazy. Don't take it personally. It's biology. The human brain is wired for efficiency, which means it defaults to shortcuts, avoids challenges, and prioritizes comfort. Think of your brain like a toddler. It doesn't want to clean its room. It just wants snacks and cartoons. And yet, here you are, trying to force that same brain into becoming a productivity machine. That's why the hustle everyday mindset doesn't work for most people. Your brain eventually rebels. The solution? Trick your brain into thinking it's having fun. Chapter 3. The Science of Small Wins. Now, here's the cool part. Science says your brain loves rewards. When you complete even the tiniest task, whether it's sending an email or folding your laundry, it releases dopamine. That's the same feel-good chemical your brain gets from chocolate or Instagram likes. So instead of focusing on massive, soul-crushing goals, break them down into tiny wins. Want to write a book? Start with one paragraph, not a chapter. Trying to work out? Aim for 10 minutes, not an hour. When you stack small wins, you build momentum, and that's where the magic happens. Chapter 4. Stop fighting the wrong fights. Here's a mistake I made once. I took a job that required me to be extroverted. Spoiler alert, I'm not. I spent months feeling like I was failing, not because I wasn't trying, but because I was trying to be someone I'm not. That's when it hit me. Success isn't about fighting harder. It's about picking the right fights. You don't need to conquer every battlefield, just the ones that actually matter to you. Chapter 5. Play to your strengths. Let's get real. You're not supposed to be good at everything. Michael Jordan wasn't great at baseball, and Einstein probably couldn't cook an omelette to save his life. But here's what they did do. They owned their lane. If you're naturally creative, stop forcing yourself into spreadsheets. If you're analytical, maybe don't aim for a career in improv comedy. Lean into what you're good at, and you'll unlock what psychologists call flow state. That zone where time flies and work feels almost effortless. Chapter 6. Quick Witty Sidebar. Talent is like a GPS. It works best when you're not trying to ignore it. Imagine driving in a foreign city and the GPS says, turn left, but you're like, nah, I'm feeling right today. Chaos, right? That's what life feels like when you ignore your strengths. Chapter 7. Why hard work isn't enough. Here's another myth we need to squash. Hard work always pays off. Nah, hard work on the wrong things just burns you out. Think about this. A hamster on a wheel is working hard, but it's not going anywhere. Meanwhile, a person walking slowly in the right direction eventually gets to their destination. It's not the speed, it's the strategy. Chapter 8. The Science of Focus. A Harvard study found that people who focus on their strengths are 6 times more likely to be engaged at work and 3 times more likely to report life satisfaction. Why? Because focusing on what you're naturally good at gives you confidence and energy. It's like charging your phone versus draining it. When you focus on your strengths, you're recharging. When you force yourself into areas you hate, you're draining your mental battery. Chapter 9. What's your zone of genius? Here's an exercise for you. Think back to the last time you completely lost track of time doing something. Maybe you were designing something, solving a problem, or leading a team. Whatever it was, That's your zone of genius. Now ask yourself, are you spending enough time in that zone? Or are you stuck doing tasks that drain your energy and kill your motivation? Chapter 10. Final Thoughts. Life isn't school. Let me end with this. In school, you're forced to be good at everything: math, science, English, gym class. But in life, you get to choose your major. So stop trying to ace every subject. Focus on what lights you up. Play to your strength. And remember, you don't need to outwork everyone. You just need to outsmart the system. Now, go crush it.